Looking live in Florida as we await Donald Trump, the big winner tonight so far. As we wait for that, let's bring in Sean Hannity, host, of course, of Hannity. Sean, your thoughts on tonight so far?
Well, if there was any doubt, Brett, I'd have to say about this being an insurgency year, this is it. I mean, Donald Trump, by the end of tonight, might have won between 18 or 19 of the 29 states that have gone forward. John Kasich, I was watching his speech. He's a friend of mine. I love him dearly. He doesn't have a mathematical chance to get the nomination. And the person that has really been competing on any level is Ted Cruz, and he has, as of tonight, 6 of the 29 states that have been competed in. So, you know, I'm watching and listening to what a lot of people are saying, and it seems like a lot of people want this to go to the convention. If the person that has the most delegates and the most votes, if that is taken away from them, I would predict that the supporters of that person are probably going to walk away pretty quick.
Sure, but for the people who say, hey, listen, there are rules. You got to get to 1237, and
100%.
Once you get to the convention, if Donald Trump can negotiate to 1237, if he's just short, then he becomes the nominee. But Ted Cruz would likely try to battle his way all the way there and then try to set up some coalition to get to the magic number, right?
Listen, all agreed, but by any objective standard, this was a very big night tonight. There was only one candidate that competed in all 5 states tonight, and that was Donald Trump. Ted Cruz is competing very well in 3 of the 5 states. Marco Rubio, not in any of the states. And John Kasich has won 1 race out of 29 states. That is not the path to the nomination. What I find is that there's a lot of analysis going on, and all of it is how to stop Trump, how to defeat Trump. It's coming from 2 sides. You have the establishment side that doesn't like him, but they don't like Ted Cruz either. And then you have some conservatives that view, hey, wait a minute, he's the constitutional conservative in this race, and Donald Trump is new to the conservative movement, or more of a populist conservative. So with all that said, I think the big story that has come out of the campaign so far, Brett, is that the establishment is lost, and they've been beaten badly, and rather than being introspective, you know, they're thinking of ways to anger people even more, instead of realizing they caused a lot of what's going on here tonight and throughout all these nights.
Let's stipulate this is a huge night for Donald Trump. I mean, that is the #1 thing. But you talk to conservatives all the time on your radio show, on your show here, and there are some who are directly behind Ted Cruz, and they believe
100%.
he is the guy that should take the conservative mantle going forward. They're not convinced that Donald Trump is the complete conservative. So, you know, what do you say to those folks tonight?
I say to those folks, keep fighting. Look, by my math, if it goes the way I think this night is going to go, you'll have Donald Trump needing 54% of the delegates going forward. You'll have Ted Cruz needing about 65 to 69% of the delegates going forward, and Kasich would need like 102%. So he's mathematically out of it. It is a 2-man race. And as you go forward, you now have to realize one thing has happened, because Republicans have been weak and feckless, and they've broken promises on executive action on immigration, and they spent way too much money, which is a core principle of the party. And another reason is, of course, they never repealed the aspects of Obamacare by using the power of the purse. All of those have factored into a race where people are fed up with establishment Republicans. Any attempt at a convention to take this nomination away from the delegate winner and the popular vote winner in the primary is going to end in an unmitigated disaster for the Republican Party.